Welcome back to the Centennial Pink Table Talk series. I'm with Lynetta Crawford, the president of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and Dr. Tish Brookins. Thank you so much for being here. I wanted to ask you, Dr. Brookins, what is the Pink Table Talk series? What is that about?
Well, the Pink Table Talk series is a wonderful, innovative way for us to let you know a little tea about Eta Omega and for you to just get to know us, get to know our history and what we're doing in the community.
Now tell me exactly, where did the name come from?
Well, as Dr. Brookins said, we wanted to create a space where our members can come together and we can really reflect on everything that happened in our centennial year and give you a little tea. And of course, what better way to have a conversation on a pink table,
Right.
Because everything is pretty in pink. And so we wanted to make sure that we had a great backdrop to tell our story, to document our history on a digital platform. And so then not only that we're sharing with our membership, but we're sharing it with the community, because the community has seen us in Louisville making an impact over 100 years. And I said, so what better way to do that is to make sure it is on a digital platform.
Now I know that you're breaking up some of the shows and series into different segments. Can you talk about the different segments that the viewers will be able to see?
Yeah, so we're going to start with various topics from our history book, which you don't want to miss 100 years of service in our history book. We're going to also discuss our HBP Foundation, the Hortense B. Perry Foundation. We're going to also come to you about our endowment, our EAF endowment. And our last topic is the Centennial Leadership Team, how they just designed everything for the community and for you to celebrate our centennial year together and what conversation they're going to have with you.
Yes, it's definitely going to be a great conversation. You don't want to miss these segments because we have some of the best and the brightest within Eta Omega, and we want to make sure that the world knows how great the leadership we have and our membership that we have here at Eta Omega.
Now, why is this so important for this Pink Table Talk series to be on digital for everyone to see instead of just for its members?
So for me, let's just talk about how the vision came about. So, of course, Dr. Brookins, she was our Ivy League reporter right when we were in like 2021 going into 2022. And so initially, at that point, I was the vice president. And I went to her and I said, hey, branding is really important. And we have got to brand ourselves and market ourselves because we're doing great work in the community. People need to know who we are. And so I said, you know what? We need to create some type of like a pearl press where everything comes through this committee. And so therefore we can make sure our branding's on point, that we're following our guidelines, and that we want to make sure how we interface with the community. They know that we execute everything with excellence. And so I talked to Dr. Brooks about it, and she was all in. She was like, yeah, I agree. And so that's kind of how that came about. And through that conversation, we started talking about, she's like, wouldn't it be great if we had a recording of a little bit about our history? And, as we were approaching the centennial year, we should be documenting the great things that we're doing in the community. I said, you know what? That is great. I said, so how about we call it Pink Table Talk? And so that's kind of how the Pink Table Talk came into play. But I'm sure Tish may have a different story.
I was going to say, your recollection is a little different from mine because I was like, whoa. Starting the whole marketing piece is not necessarily the area that I'm familiar with. So I had to do a lot of research and a lot of background on how to make this team that she wanted to pull together a success. And we did. We started the Pearl Press, which has just been a phenomenal team of members getting together and branding our chapter on social media, through print, we've done magazines, we've done a lot of different historical documents, we've done flyers, press releases. We are a one-stop shop, but it was a vision that Lynetta Crawford came up with that I was very overwhelmed about. But you know what? It did push me in ways that I never knew that I could be pushed before. And look at us now. We're going into another phase of marketing, which is this Pink Table Talk series. And you know, I don't know what else is to come. A podcast? Who knows? Who knows what we might do? So this is exciting.
And I want to just share, Dr. Brookins is a phenomenal leader. And I trusted the vision for her to bring it together. Even though I know she said that this was not in her wheelhouse, and this is, you know, something that she definitely stretched herself for. And I am just so proud that you even were willing to entertain this vision and to make it great, because this vision would not have come together if it was not for Dr. Brookins. And so I just want to personally go on record to say thank you for your service and your leadership. You did a phenomenal job. So that research you did was great.
Absolutely.
Because it all came together.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate you having that confidence in me. But I have to point out that I do also have a lot of people in the background.
Yes.
And there's a person that's also in this room in the background, Mr. L.A. Davis, who has definitely been my right-hand man, who is our videographer, filmographer, and he is not disappointed me at any time. We pitch ideas to him, and he's always ready. He's always getting new equipment and new things ready for us to use and ready for us to launch. And then a wonderful member of our chapter, member of our sorority, Shirlene Shanklin, gave her the call, and she said yes right away. She didn't hesitate. She said yes, and your professionalism and bringing this to this platform is taking us to another level. And I really, really appreciate you agreeing to be a part of this series. I think it is groundbreaking, and I thank you for being a part of that.
Oh, it was. I'm lost for words, because it was such an honor to be on this, and for you to even think of me to do this is a lot, and it means so much. Before we wrap up, I want to give both of you final remarks, because we've done several tapings. You've got to see your words become reality and your vision come true. I want you to give me final remarks on how the Pink Table Talk series actually worked out, and how people can actually see it.
Well, it has been a wonderful experience. I will say this. Our members who I've asked to be a part of this just said yes. They came with their best. They're going to give you all the information that they know how to give, and they did not hesitate to give you the information from their hearts and from their minds, and they really stretched themselves to giving them the call. Everyone's not used to being on camera. I'm not used to being on camera. So for them to come and they're ready, and they're just they just poured into this series, and I really thank them for doing that. But to answer your question, it's not over. It's not over. We have much more to come. So I'm just excited about this new phase and all the opportunities we'll continue to have during our centennial year and beyond.
Yes. And so for me, seeing this vision come to fruition has been something that I really can't describe. You know, when I think about it, I get somewhat emotional, because you know how you say you had to, dream your wildest dreams and believe that they will come true. And I felt like this would come true, but the way it came together was so beautiful. From you saying yes to be our moderator, into LA giving us his time and talents to make this possible, to the chapter members who have participated, who said yes, to believe in this vision, to make it come to fruition, so that we can have a platform to have a digital platform that we could cherish forever, has really touched my heart. And I could not have done this without everyone that's been involved in this process. So I'm excited to see what's next, because who knows? It may be podcast next, right? You know? Who knows what this can really develop into? I really think we have the opportunity to make an impact even on a greater level as we use some innovative tools and ways to engage with the community. So I'm just really excited about that.
I did want to call out a few shout outs.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of things wouldn't have been possible with the Pearl Press without Christina Booth Jackson
Yes.
and Ernestine Booth Henry. They were phenomenal in just being in the background, pumping out flyer after flyer and magazine and everything that you've seen during Centennial Year, and the whole team on the Pearl Press. Thank you for being a part of that. We also have a gift for you.
For me?
Yes.
I didn't
And
want to give.
we've been talking about it throughout this series, and it's our history book. You are part of our history, but we want you to have a centennial keepsake to take along with you. So thank you again for just loving on us and being a part of this experience with us.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you
Going
so
on this
much.
journey with us, because
Absolutely.
it's been a journey,
And it's been fantastic.
it has been fantastic,
It has.
and I'm just so happy that you said yes. I mean,
Absolutely.
we were trying to figure out who would be the perfect person, and your name kept coming to the forefront.
Thank you.
And
Thank
so this is just a small token
Yes,
of
ma'am.
appreciation.
Thank you.
And we do appreciate your time
Thank
that you have given to us to make this happen. Also wanted to even shout out, like I said, the Pearl Press is very new. I also want to shout out the fact that Dr. Brookins is no longer in that role, but it has continued. The Pearl Press has continued.
It's rolling.
It's continued, and I cannot say, I don't have enough words to express the gratitude that I feel in my heart for the Pearl Press Committee and our new leader, our new Ivy Leaf reporter, which is Deanna Watkins. That team is doing phenomenal work. Dr. Brookins laid the groundwork with the initial committee, and they have just taken it on and continue to soar.
So this has been so wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed the Pink Table Talk series. Now, if you would like to learn more about Eta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, visit their website at akaetaomega.com and connect with them on their social media platforms and their YouTube page. I'm Shirlene Shanklin for the Centennial Pink Table Talk series. Thank you so much for joining us.